What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This car is pretty much done. Engine wise, drivetrain, brakes, everything is done. Just gotta do one more thing, replace the speedometer cable. I've installed LED bulbs in the speedometer. Also put one up there so you can actually see when you open the door. Everything works good. One thing left is to do since I put 25mm spacers in the back, my tires are rubbing in the back right here. So what I gotta do now, got my tool, I'm gonna put it on and I gotta heat up. Even though this car is getting painted, but chances of paint getting cracked is big. So what you gotta do is you gotta heat up the section where you're gonna bend the lip, I should say, or roll the fender. So probably like from here all the way down to here is this section right here has to be bent in so it doesn't catch on tires. That's exactly what happened on one end, and I stopped. Every time when you lower one of these and when you put spacers to bring the wheels out, just to be even with the front, the way these cars are designed is rear wheels are tucked in way too much. So with the 25mm spacers, I'm kind of even with the fronts right now, but it's catching when I hit the bump. The car is lowered right now, and just gotta get my heat gun, start heating things up and start bending. Got the tool ready. This is what it looks when you start, and once you start bending that lip in, that wheel will actually go like this. But gotta loosen this up a little bit to get that angle you need. Tighten it up. This little adjuster here makes the wheel go up and down. This one makes that tool pivot like this. So you gotta get it a little bit tight. Start heating things up and just go this motion. You gotta start, but all you gotta do first is heat this area really good, just enough so you don't burn the paint through, but also to keep it from cracking. And I know this car is getting a brand new paint job next year, but I still want to kind of keep it from cracking and to show you how to do this on a car that has a really nice paint job and not to mess it up. So first thing first, just gotta heat it up really good. I got one of these Harbor Freight heat guns, super powerful, super cheap. Just work your way around, make sure you get it really good and hot and not burn any paint. That way you're not gonna have any paint that's gonna crack. And start from the middle, work your way around. This takes some time just to get that metal nice and hot and not gonna crack that paint. A little bit adjustment there and there. gotta play with it till you get it how you want it. If you can see already, I got the inside lip bent in right here, so if you can see right here, I start bending the lip in. It's just gonna take some time. Stopped right here. I think I'm gonna go all the way about here. Same thing here, probably stop. This is the section where your tire is not even, it's like too far away anyways. So about here and a little bit more on this end, and I'm gonna stop, but I'm gonna make sure the top gets bent really nice. And so there's a lot of work to do, but it's coming along. You don't want to get it too hot and burn it through, so just kind of keep moving the heat gun around. Use your hand. Like I said, this car is getting painted, but I still don't want to crack that paint, because I've worked on I've used a baseball bat, I've used a metal pipe to do this job, but this tool makes it easier. It's super inexpensive, and Yugos are not the only things I do, so it's nice to have it handy. And you do need a good heat gun. These heat guns are super inexpensive from Harbor Freight. Get yourself one. I got the battery powered Milwaukee, but it's not the same. It doesn't get the heat that you need. The stuff that's falling off, it's just dirt from underneath. I think this is where I'm gonna stop, right here. I can figure out how to tighten this wheel down, just like that. Maybe a little bit more heat here, but I'm gonna stop about right here, so just a little bit more. This section here is working pretty good, still got a lot of work to do. Okay, so I'm almost done. Now, if you see, a lot of cars have this. There's an inner and outer piece. Since I'm almost at the point where this inner piece is touching the inner fender, what you gotta do sometimes is cut the inner piece to be even with the outer. That way you can bend it even more. But I know for a fact I'm almost done, and this is good enough. This is where we started with. This is where we started with, and that's where we're at right now. And once I'm done, I'm gonna go and clean that section that I bent, check if there's any paint cracks, and I'm just gonna do a undercoating that whole side and make sure this paint is not perfect. But I treated this like the car has a brand new paint job, just because I don't want no cracked paint. So heat is your friend. It takes a lot of patience and time. Don't rush. Work your machine slowly and heat it up. It takes time. If you rush too quick, if you want to bend it too quick, the paint will crack. I've done that before, trust me, I know. So on this one, just take your time, heat it up, few passes, heat it up, few passes. Just keep tightening this knob and keep adjusting this angle of this wheel. We started like this, and now see how much this wheel has bent. This is adjustment so that wheel can bend this way. That's what we want. So a few more minutes here and I'm done. Then I gotta move to another side. Okay, so this side is done. This is how much we bent. And if you see, I'm not gonna lie to you, this usually does happen right at the edge of the metals because you got inner and outer, so you will have some cracks, but this is not what we worry about. I'm gonna clean this section up really good and protect it from corrosion with black undercoating, whatnot. This is not what I'm worried about. This outside paint cracking. This car did have a small rock chip right here, and the paint is kind of bubbling if you're seeing that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will have to redo this tool, cut about an inch or so right off here, and reposition this, drill a new hole, and that way this knob, that reason why I want this wheel to come this way a little bit more, just because the top of it is touching my inner fender. So it's not meant for such a small cars, or I guess you could loosen up your suspension and drop it, but it's easier just to cut it, drop it down a little bit. And all the cars I do, pretty much this will be a perfect size. So this side is all done. I can put the wheel back on and put the car on the ground and go to the passenger side. But yeah, this is it pretty much. All I gotta do now, before actually I put the wheel on, is clean that inner lip and protect it from corrosion, because I did have some paint crack on the inner lip, but this is okay. This will happen because you have two metals working against each other. When you start bending, yeah, of course it's gonna crack, but I'm happy with it. Outside paint still looks the same, so that's where I want. All I gotta do is go on the other side and do the same thing. So you can see this is where the lip looks like before, and when I'm done it's gonna be folded just like that. Let me show you what I've done with my blue YUGO. Same thing. This was a quick bend because I don't care about the paint. I'm painting this car, but as you can see, this is even though I'm gonna have to fold this well as this as well. I'm gonna be running 15-inch wheels, not these. I sold these, but yeah, it's pretty close. Once you lower that, I'm gonna make sure I'm not rubbing. So let's do the same thing to this one and call it good. Everything set up. It's time to start bending this one as well, just like the first one. Just a lot of heat. it's already starting to form. This is just some kind of silicone, whatever they used back, just a sealant between two metal that I was talking about, inner and outer. So yep, just right there, that's where they use sealant so nothing can get between these two metals right here. So after I'm all done, I'm gonna clean that up really good and make sure to protect it. But all I care about is that paint not cracking. So just heat, boom boom boom. This is where I stop, right here, and I'm gonna stop right there and move this way as well. Stop about right here as well. So yeah, just keep working. What you're seeing falling off, it's dirt. Some people might think it's paint, but it's just dirt falling off. But yeah, slowly I got this end done up to here, actually all the way here. Next thing to do is join this part down to here. Okay, this job is done. Not sure if you can see, but this is what that looks like. As you can see, the wheel was rubbing on top, but yeah, it's shouldn't have no more problems. This is exactly what I did to my other Yugo. Starts like that and then it just kind of folds down. If you can look, just watch my finger, how it actually follows that curve inside, and no more problems. 25mm spacers, and that's it. All I gotta do is put the wheels back on and take this car for a test drive, and this is it. Now I can lower it even more. This is it for this video. Please, if you like my work, like, share, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, means a lot. Until next time, peace out.